I am optimistic, and an optimist is not a person that doesn't believe there aren't issues or problems. An optimist is just a person that knows there's a solution to everything. That's what an optimist is. So I'm very optimistic. And I can say at this stage of our development, after looking at the arc of the last 40, 45 years, that we are further along than we were 30 years ago. This kind of conversation and this is much more prevalent and popular throughout the world than it was 30 years ago. There are more people meditating, more people studying, more people reading these kind of books than percentage wise, not just numbers wise, but percentage wise than any time in human history. So as a species, yes, we can overcome the fear. And the second part of your question, still the majority of people are uh, are not there yet. Primarily, you have a group of people who are still living under the aegis of survival. People that are living in war-torn countries. People are living in inclement weather. Floods, fires. Droughts. Uh, you know, and so there are people that wake up every day and they're not thinking about enlightenment. They're thinking
Mm.
about how am I going to get food to feed my child. So that's what's on their mind. So I teach that we have to meditate in proxy for these people because they can't, we must. And because we can, we must, because there are millions of people who just can't do it. They're just on the edge of survival. And then there are people who are caught up in the world and they're materialistic. And this kind of conversation would be foolish to them. You know what I mean? This is foolishness. What are you talking about? Meditation and but as it states in one of the scriptures, that the spiritual can only be discerned by that which is spiritual. That a natural man and woman can't discern anything spiritual. They think it's foolish. So when you start to have a spiritual opening, then it's no longer foolish. It's like, oh, I see. So yeah, the majority of people are still, languishing and trying to find happiness in temporary things, trying to find eternal happiness in something that's temporary, which will never happen. However, percentage-wise, you only need a small group of people to make a big difference on the planet for two reasons. One, every thought is not created equal. Now, mystics have been saying this for hundreds of years, but now we have the science that shows that when you do biofeedback and polygraph machines, you can actually see that a thought that emerges from a sense of unity, a sense of love and peace, has a higher amplitude than a thought that's emerging from a sense of separation or fear. The thoughts aren't equal. The thoughts that come from a sense of unity, way more powerful than a thought that's emerging from a sense of separation. So you have groups of people coming together to meditate,
Mm.
worldwide healing meditations. And so those, and even though like we did one a number of months ago, we had 8 million people that came
Wow.
to it. We've done a couple. That's still a small drop in the bucket for billions of people
Yeah.
on the planet. But percentage wise, it's making a difference on the planet. People are having insights, they don't know why. Because we're flooding the atmosphere with the consciousness of peace and of love and of harmony and of unity, you see. So I'm optimistic. I believe that changes are happening. And how do I know that? Because you see the last gasp of certain paradigms that are dying, you know? You see the news media, you see the fear around viruses, you see the polarization in politics, you see things that are untenable. They will not last, they cannot stand because they are destroying themselves, you know? You go back, again, 30 years ago, you never saw the kind of polarization between a Democrat and a Republican that you see now. They did one wanted to foster business, one wanted to foster, make sure everybody was taken care of. And they always met, they always compromised, and they moved on, you know. But the underpinnings of things that need to be healed have risen up. You have the race issue, you have the justice issue, you have the homeless issue, you have all these issues, hate, everything coming to the surface that used to be hidden. People say, oh, it's a bad time. No, it's a great time. The fever is breaking. You know what I mean? that which was hidden can't be hidden anymore. It's coming to be healed, you see. And so we're in a very powerful time in which an old paradigm is dying and a new paradigm is emerging. But when an old paradigm is dying, it's very loud and very dangerous. You know, you see a wild animal in the jungle, it's most dangerous right when it's about to die. It does its lunge, you see. And so, yeah, I'm optimistic. I carry a vision within me that I've seen, you see, that pulls me to get up every morning to do the work that I do. So even though with my eyes I can see all manner of things going on the planet, with fear mongering and control, it can't win. Life always wins. The vibration is too high. Love always wins. The vibration is too high. So dictatorship and hate and things like that can be on the throne for a moment when you look at time, but it can't last because it's not in integrity with the fundamental harmony of the universe, which is progressive, you see.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.